Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Subrata Sarkar from Kolkata. Today I'll discuss some different topic. Normally I discuss the positive topic, but in reality is that in life everything just cannot be positive. There are a lot of negative things in life, and we need to face this and we need to discuss this. It's not that we always need to discuss good things. There are bad things in reality. So let's understand and communicate. Today I'll discuss corruption, what is known to everybody. And if there are a lot of different types of corruptions. Today I'll discuss only the political corruptions. Actually, there are many different corruption has got a types actually. And if you go by the definition, what is corruptions actually? It's a general corruption is a basically corruption means it is a dishonesty and it is a criminal activity. Can be done by a person or a group of person or organization who are entrusted with a position of authority and to acquire their personal benefit. So corruption is basically is a dishonesty. Corruption is a criminal activity. Corruption done by those persons who are entrusted for a position of authority. So today I'll discuss only about the political corruptions in India. There are a lot of scam, list is so big. I'll tell few of them, like Indian coal allocation scam, 2G spectrum scam, Bofors scam, Satyam scam, Hawala scam, food scam. There are a lot of list is so long actually. And if you get this amount, how much amount of money is involved actually, those who are actually into this phase, like 160 billion US dollar, this coal allocation scam. The government official and politicians, they have allocated the coal to the public sector company and private company and take money, black money from those companies. They allocated the mines for those. The same way, this 2G spectrum scam, total value is 1,70,000 crore Indian rupees. In the same way, Satyam scam is more than 7,000 crore rupees. Hawala scam 18 billion US dollar, and the face of the scam is Mr. L.K. Advani. Fooder scam, Lalu Prasad Yadav, 450 crore. So list is uncounted actually. If you find this in UP government times, there are more than 50 big scam in that period actually. And I'm not saying for all government official. A major part of the government officials work only taking money under the table actually. When they misuse their authority. So in this way actually corruption is spread in anything. And the work culture is such that if 1 or 2 person is honest, they just cannot be honest. Either if they want to be in the system, they also have to be dishonest actually. They cannot continue their honesty for a long time. It is work culture is made such so negative actually. And many cases these people taking money, and all black monies are coming, not definitely not to the checks and everything. Like people in some cases there's some people are for some payment is getting, so they are taking their percentage commission by cash. So they everywhere in from small amount to big lakhs and crores. And it is not only in India, corruption is everywhere in this world actually. If you see the list actually, there are countries like this Afghanistan, Venezuela, Turkmenistan. These are the countries, most corrupted countries in this world, and there are countries where the least corrupted countries, like in New Zealand, like Finland. So there are countries also that, and Indian position is in between actually. And during this UPA government, the ranking of India was 76 in the corruption countries. And after Modi government, this corruption number has come down a little bit, 72%. It is said that this bribe is the national food for the politician. They're targeting life actually. When someone is MLA, then minister, they have a internal target actually. So they will be no, for this position for 5 years, and they will earn this much of money. And there is, surprisingly, like in corporate sector or big of your companies, organization, there is a hierarchy. Like there is a chairman, there is a president, there is a general manager. So they have a hierarchy. In corruption also, there is a hierarchy in the in politics for spreading the monies or giving the share. Like there is a chief minister for the any fund has come, so some money will go. There are ministers, there are MLAs will get some percentage. There are bureaucrats, and the actual amount which was issued for the public, it will reach maybe this much actually. So this way actually day by day corruption is increasing for last decades actually. It's not my opinion I'm saying. There is a report from BBC, I'll show you. Like political party, which parties are, there is a numbering system, which parties are most corrupted. Like in this world, this number one corrupted parties is the Muslim League parties in Pakistan. This number one corrupted parties in this world. And number 4 is unfortunately Indian National Congress. You see the BBC report. And there is a different process actually, different consideration for grading the countries by corruption, less corruption or more corruption. There is another process which is called red tape process. In red tape process, Singapore comes number 1. That is the least corrupted country. I have been in Singapore 2 times. I've seen like there people doesn't work for themselves; they work for their countries. And also in Japan, Korea, Finland, the people doesn't work. When somebody work in offices or something, they don't think that I'll work at the end of the month will get the salary. They have got different level of patriotism actually. These are uncorrupted countries. And there are many professions actually which are by name is 100% or 90% cases they are corrupted. Policeman job, policeman service in India is the most corrupted profession. I'm not trying to hurt somebody who is a policeman. There are obviously very rare percentage of the policemen who are not corrupted. But more than 90%, 95% cases corrupted. And it is not my personal opinion again. It is a statistical data are there actually. You can see here this policeman is the number one corrupted service in India. It is a government, some authority has given this report. And this report is not there actually. You go if you go through YouTube, so you'll find that. A lot of videos actually how policemen are taking black money from the people, harassing the people and getting the money. You can see a lot of picture will find actually. It's a real picture actually. It's no edit here or nothing. So everywhere actually the police job is the most corrupted job. And specifically in cities, this traffic police, they are harassing people unnecessarily just to get few hundred or thousand rupees of money without any reason. They are making there's fines and a lot of other things. So this way actually corruption is day by day getting increased actually. And it is very shameful, but it is a financial figure that in 1999 22% of the GDPs is a black money in India and 25% in 2006 and 2013 the 30% of GDPs of India is black money. It has come down little in 2017, it's 24% black money. And the corruption is spread in such a way in society everywhere. Everybody knows that politicians are corrupted, everybody is corrupted. So there is one joke I'll share, and I'm sure most of you, those who are using Facebook and WhatsApp, they already have got this joke many times, but still I would like to share because it gives a message to the society actually. the children, the kids, that they have believed or they have, and they have understood that corruption will be there, it will never move from India. The English teacher was asking to the student, what he has asked? One day, he's asking the student that you will say, I'll say one sentence and you will say which type of tense is this, like is a future tense, is a past tense, is a present continuous tense. So the sentence was, one day our country will be corruption free. And the student, they replied, they said, it is not a present tense, it is not a past tense, it's not a future tense. It is a future impossible tense. So, it's not only a joke, it is a message to the society that how corruption is, strong in India and it needs to be removed. And everybody needs to be aware about it. We need to know actually what are the causes of corruption, why there is so much of corruption. One is diminishing value in the society. In our society, day by day, value is getting diminished. Nowadays also, in schools there are a lot of subjects, there are computer, there are science, there are a lot of subjects. There is no, social, sociology or this kind of subject, how people get value actually and value of life. That is not taught in any schools, college, universities, or nowhere actually. This because they teach, those subjects are taken into curriculum that they will pass and they will do some service or work, getting, they become engineer, doctor, and they will not earn actually value, what is the value in life. So that is needed actually to make a country corruption free. Look, by putting CID or by putting vigilance, you cannot do anything actually. No country can do it. The country which is corruption free, the value is created in their educations and people are, there's a patriotism is created in their, country actually. So the main causes of corruption is, number one is diminishing value in the society, diminishing patriotism, the lack of awareness of the common people, the low literacy level is one of the reasons, lack of effective management, lack of economic stability is one of the more important reasons, and lack of effective political and honest political leadership, which is very tough actually to get today. There is solution for corruptions actually. So if you know for any problems there are reasons, the solutions are in that only. So value education needs to be promoted and in every level actually, from the primary education to the higher education. What is the value in life? That needs to be taught to everybody, to remind everybody. People knows everybody, but in reality they don't do it actually. We all need to be a responsible citizen. There needs to be effective leader is needed, strong media support is needed, strong vigilance is needed, strong legislation is needed, strong organization is needed to make the country corruption free. And if some people think, can corruption be removed from India? This is a big question actually. In my view, yes, it is possible. Everything is possible if government wants actually. Government has got a huge power. Like the way Modi government has taken initiative for changing the 500 rupees, 1,000 rupee note. So this just people, no government can ever think before that doing that. This cannot be done actually, they think. But if government wants, anything can be done actually. So corruption can be made free actually. If there are countries like Finland, New Zealand can be in one position. So in some days, India can also reach towards that actually directions. So save India from corruptions and let's everyone be aware about it. And whatever we can do in our part, we should do honestly. So we find this presentation is informative and helpful for the society to spread it. You can share with your friends, families, and known person. And if you have not yet subscribed my YouTube channel, you can subscribe it so that you can get the upcoming presentation notification. Thank you very much for your attention and time.